Welcome, I'm Dr. Ben Galyardt, and you are watching this video because either you or someone you love are having a problem with their thyroid gland. And the thing that I want you to understand from today's video is that the thyroid gland is very rarely the problem. Most of the time, there are over 24 different other areas that could be affecting how that thyroid's able to actually function. And to say that, oh, it's the thyroid's problem and it's not giving out enough hormone and we need to take in external hormone is very short-sighted, very, very small vision of what is actually going on in that thyroid. If you look at your TSH, all of you have had your TSH run. And what does that show you? Well, that shows you what your pituitary is doing. TSH is thyroid stimulating hormone. It's a pituitary hormone that we make the assumption off of how the thyroid is doing based off of what the pituitary is trying to stimulate the thyroid to do. So what does that tell us? Well, it tells us how the pituitary is doing basically, and we can make an assumption of how the thyroid is doing, but that is not going to give us the whole answer. So how we are different than a lot of the other people that you've talked to, different than that insurance-based sick care model that you've been working with, or even if you've been involved in the alternative medicine field looking at different natural alternatives, we practice functional medicine, which is a way of looking at the underlying imbalances and truly figuring out which of those 24 different systems is out of balance. Is it the liver affecting it and not allowing that T4 to convert to T3? Is it an autoimmune issue where many of you have not even had your antibodies tested to your thyroid gland? So is it Hashimoto's? Well, if it is, you could give someone all the T4 thyroid hormone that you possibly could, but they're never going to feel good. We've got to take a step back. We've got to figure out what systems in this whole cascade are affecting the thyroid. If it is an autoimmune, that means that we're never going to get there just by addressing the thyroid. We've got to downregulate that immune inflammatory cascade. We've got to teach the body to not attack itself. If we're having underconversion, we have to go through the liver, we have to go through the detoxification process and help that. We have to go through the gut and the microbiome and make sure that each and every one of those cells that we have in our gut are working exactly like they should. It has a huge effect on how the thyroid functions as well as that overall inflammatory cascade in the body. The thyroid is complex. The thyroid does a lot of different things in the body as it kicks out that hormone, that T3, T4. It needs to be in that exact place. This is not a time to just take a simplistic view of throwing one hormone at this complex system. We have to take a step back. We have to look at it globally, look at the body as a whole. In this sick care model that we have, you go see this specialist that looks into this little spot, and you see that specialist that looks into that one, or you do a cleanse, or you do this dietary change, or something else if you've even been into the natural or alternative medicine world. But ultimately, we have to go system by system by system, and this person may have 7 different ones that they need to be worked on, and this other person may have 5 totally different ones that need to be worked on, but they have the exact same symptoms. So there is no thyroid protocol, there's no autoimmune protocol. If someone tells you that, walk out the door. Why? Because that does not work. A protocol does not work. What works is a program where we sit down and we individualize medicine just for your body, just for you. And is that on the mental neurological side? Is that on the biochemical? Is that on the structural side? Can we do different therapies, cold laser, oxygen therapy, magnetic field generator, all these different things to actually regenerate and get the body working as well as it should? Yes, we can, and we do that every single day with our patients. This is a passion of mine because we're able to uncover these underlying imbalances that are going on and truly help people heal, and not just short term, not just a band-aid, but get them to that point where they can take that step and get their life back, get their energy, get their moods, get their drive, their focus. Everything that they've lost, everything that you've lost, you can get back. So we will contact you for a consultation, or you can email or call us, and you can come in and I can evaluate you. We can go through that in-depth neurological metabolic exam and figure out, is this going to be the right fit? Am I going to be able to accept you into the program and take you on for care? Because we don't take everybody into this practice that comes in the door. Why? Because you have to be motivated, you have to be dedicated, you have to be ready to take those next steps. This is not just here, take this latest and greatest pill. That is not going to fix it. It has to be a two-way street where we're both giving and taking as much as we possibly can. So we'll contact you or contact us. We'll sit down, come up with a game plan, let you know exactly the process that's going to go through, and we'll see if we're going to be a good fit, and we'll be able to take you on for care and get you back your life that you need.